What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
The Ultimate Movie Championship! Episode 19 from IDP 256. This is the show where Keith Spurlock and myself sit down and we argue about movies to see which one gets added to our ultimate movie list. 2 movies enter, but only one will be added. And this is the show where that all happens. So let's see what happens in this episode right now. So first up, we have Tropic Thunder versus Burn After Reading. Now this one's easy for me, but Burn After Reading is a fucking amazing movie.
I've heard that. I haven't seen it, and I'll throw that out there. But Tropic Thunder was going to win for me.
Agreed.
But whatever comes out, like, it's got to be something pretty good.
For sure. Burn After Reading is like people.
Brad Pitt, George Clooney.
Dark comedy.
Yes.
Fucking just so good. So fucking good.
I've heard great things.
Yeah. It's by fucking
that one guy.
The brothers. It's by the brothers.
Fairly?
No. Because they're not good. The guys that did No Country for Old Men and God damn it. Doesn't matter. Burn After Reading. Oh, it probably says on there. Nope. Can't read. Blurry. All right. Anyway, we haven't seen Blurry. Where you haven't seen Blurry. So, okay. Tropic Thunder versus Hellboy 2.
Is it
Haven't
going
seen
on?
it.
Oh, I actually like that movie, but not Tropic Thunder. Holy shit.
Tropic Thunder versus Sin City. Tropic Thunder. I mean, Sin City's great, but it's not as good. Like, it's for what Sin City is, it's not as good as Tropic Thunder for what that is. And 1,000 times I would watch Tropic Thunder.
I disagree on that statement, as in, like, Sin City is of that film style the cream of the crop, and it was one of the originators of that shit, which they only did a little bit.
It's a film style that's been around since film's been around. The fact that it's from a comic book is great, but that noir I mean, the way they did it, the dramatic to make it look like the comic book, one of the first to do it, the best to do it.
I've seen Rumblefish from they did it, but it was only with the beta fish.
But aside from that, just the aesthetic of Sin City, just the way it looks,
a great movie.
It's good. I don't know if I'd say great. There's great movies out there. Sin City isn't on that list of great movies, but it's really good for a comic book action. It was super highly stylized, which they were able to pull it off.
Now,
but
this
just
was
because
Robert
it's pulled
Rodriguez,
off,
right?
Yeah, and then I think Tarantino did a guest. He directed that car scene.
Oh, where he's talking to the head.
It's the one. I don't remember what the scene. It's the car wherever they're driving a car and it looks like green screen behind them. Kind of doesn't matter. But Tropic Thunder 1,000 times.
I
is a better
love
movie.
Tropic Thunder, but
it's every character that is better than all of the characters in Sid. There's no character in Sid Cities that's like, that's an amazing character.
Mickey Rourke's character in Sin City.
Okay. Name 5 that are amazing in Tropic Thunder because they all exist. Jack Black's character is one of the best Jack Blacks we've seen. Fucking Tom Cruise coming off of his insanity to be it's a small role.
It's a great role.
Everything's
perfect.
great in that movie.
Everything is
for a comedy, for what it's doing. It hits everything.
I'll go. All right, Tropic Thunder.
Okay,
you got me.
I don't even want to look up what either of those are worth. But all right, so Inception versus Rain Man. It's a weird poster for Rain Man.
I didn't like Inception.
Yeah, I almost go Rain Man just because they're both great movies, but Inception, yeah, it's this
great
overly
effects.
Complex. The story's a little bit too
dream within a 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 dream.
Yeah.
And is he dreaming at the end? Who knows? Because it started to wobble, we'll cut it off.
But Rain Man's
It's
great.
a well shot movie. I love Leo.
Everything's great about Inception. Everything's great about it.
Rain
the
Man-
story's a little bit too dense.
Yeah,
But
Rain
that
Man
doesn't- that's
is
it. Rain Man's great. Great
great
acting.
story, great acting, great premise.
Holds up. 88. I haven't seen it for a while,
His
but
autistic
there's no way it
brother
can't not
helps him
hold up.
fucking gamble because he can fucking count cards. Rain Man.
Couldn't do that today.
No.
You'd get so many protesters.
Oh, what the fuck are you just using an
Yeah.
autism? My child's autistic and blah,
Rain
blah,
Man.
blah, blah, blah.
All day. Rain Man. Yeah. All right. So next up.
That was an autistic superhero.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Don't know. Pick up on South Street.
Nope, but I seen the Mrs. Doubtfires.
For sure seen that. All right. So Mrs. Doubtfire versus
Fires.
Mrs. Doubtfires versus Constantine's. And
damn it,
Constantine's is
I
not
love
a good movie.
Constantine, and Mrs. Doubtfire is a better movie. And R.I.P. Robin Williams. It was
For
his
sure.
birthday like last week or something.
Hello. You should run by fruiting. Terminator 3, Rise of the Dog Shit versus South Park. Better, and way better than Terminator 3.
It's bigger, longer, uncut dick that's fucking Terminator 3 and the asshole.
Terminator 3 was horrible. And that was the only reason.
I wanted it to be so good. God damn.
It wasn't the worst movie I saw that day, though. Because the worst movie I saw that day,
I don't know what day you're talking about.
when I saw Terminator 3.
You're like that day.
That day when I saw the only day that I ever saw Terminator 3, because there will only be one.
Oh, yes.
Before
Like the
that
Highlander.
movie, yes, and that's even too many. Watched the first Dumb and Dumberer,
Ugh,
the
there's only
prequel.
one.
Well, not the sequel. Those dumb. I forget. It was Dumb and Dumb.
Yeah, you're talking
2.
about the one.
I'm
that's
talking about the prequel, yeah.
then there's only one.
And in the front row of that movie was a group of special kids that got brought in for their field trip.
That's
and that
terrible.
movie is all about how they're basically retarded.
Yeah.
And they laughed so hard. And I felt bad because they were laughing
They're-
at people making fun of basically,
Yeah, but
they don't know it.
They're having fun, so
Way more fun than I had for that
don't-
movie. And that's the thing. It was made for them purely because they were the only ones
it's
I
a
could see
terrible
laughing.
movie.
But they had a good time. Went into Terminator 3, not as bad as that movie, but still one of the that day could be erased from
such
my
a
memory.
convoluted
It's
plot.
just bad. It's just bad. It's so
Claire
bad.
Danes is in it
It's
for
so
some
bad.
reason.
Some other
the
kid.
fucking that one kid.
Yeah,
that's
but
in,
Sa-
that
but
was in some
South
things.
Park. I mean, get the fuck
South
out
Park
of here.
is a.
That's
Didn't
why
they
we
get an
moved
Oscar
to Denver.
for like
That's not why we moved to Denver. May have. I don't know.
I think almost like for score or something. Like
Maybe. Could have been best original song or something.
yeah,
The Shocker for Snatch. That's interesting.
I like that poster.
So Snatch versus 13 Sins.
I don't believe I've seen 13
yeah.
Sins. I've committed more than 13 sins, but
but it's it's already 7. So another shocker in
I
a
like
different
that
style.
one better than
Yeah.
the first one.
So Snatch versus Collateral.
Snatch.
Yeah, for sure. Snatch.
Bar none.
Yeah.
Probably best Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
Lock, Stock.
Lock,
Behind
Stock's
that.
great, but Lock, Stock Lock, Stock is great. Independent movie, great story. Twists and turns. But Snatch took that and then pumped in
And
some
then put
extra
some Brad Pitt
steroids
in there.
Yeah, but also just the movie itself, like that fight scene, the bare knuckle fight scene's awesome with the slow motion where he hits him and he goes flying back.
But then,
awesome looking shots.
But then Guy Ritchie ruined that when he made all his Sherlock movies.
But I didn't mind
that
I don't mind
scene.
those. Yeah, he used a lot of the slow mo stuff. But that's fine. The Snatch, yeah, for sure, one of the best ones. I for sure haven't seen Terminator Salvation.
You haven't?
No, I'm fucking
It's,
done. After 3,
Christian
I heard
Bale.
I heard his dog shit.
Oh, it's terrible.
And I had after the third
and
one,
the
it's
kid
like
from Clash of the Titans.
they have to say this is the best.
What's that kid's name?
Clash of the Titans. I don't know. I don't know any of those new actors' names. He's one of the new cute dudes that's in Hollywood.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's getting jobs
But I heard
anymore.
it was horrible.
They gave away everything in
and
the trailers.
not really, just not
But
good.
here's the flip side.
But I
you
don't-
haven't seen it,
I don't
so
know
you
if
gotta.
which one is which is X-Men Wolverines? Is that one he goes back in time?
No, that is the one where.
Is that the one that got leaked from Fox?
That's the where Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool for the first time. They sewed his mouth shut, and everyone
this
fucking
one?
hated that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one where it got leaked early from Fox and didn't have all the special effects.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's got to have been it. It was dog shit.
Yeah,
Shit
it's
movie.
not a good movie.
Forrest Gump versus Forrest Gump.
Yeah, then Forrest Gump is a fucking great movie.
The feather in Forrest Gump
A lot
is
of
better
people-
than X-Men Origins.
A lot of people I've heard people shit on Forrest Gump.
Well, there's stupid people out there. I like that poster for Brother
Ooh,
Without
yeah,
Without.
so do I. But this is
versus Walk the Line.
Oh,
which
Brother, We're Out There.
Which for
Soundtrack
music,
alone. Oh shit. Both of
music.
these.
Yeah, but for
and I don't even
this
like
is
country
a
music.
biopic.
I don't even like country
Yeah.
music. But I do like old country music.
I like
and I love
that kind of
the
shit.
soundtrack, and
I
love,
like exactly. But and as far as musician biopics go, Walk the Line, like that one, and
Ray's the
probably
best.
those two. But still, biopics of musicians versus Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which is an original story. Great. I mean, it's based on fucking I don't know, some
The Soggy
some
Bottom
Shakespeare
Boys?
kind of fucking thing or whatever. But it's I mean.
I
Out of those
I probably
two,
said it
Oh
wrong.
Brother, Soggy Bottom Brothers, they might be boys.
We probably both.
Yeah,
we probably both got it wrong, and everyone's like, "You stupid motherfucker!"
yeah. You're confusing the Wet Bandits.
Yeah, sorry,
you
I
idiot.
haven't seen it in a couple years, but I would go, "Oh brother, where art thou?"
Yeah, for sure. Walk the Line's great. Could beat a lot of movies. I really like that poster for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? All right. Which
Too bad you
si-
can't find any of these posters on. I've looked for these posters online, and they're mythical posters that someone made.
Just because they do a lot of promotional shit, they don't sell a lot of the shit they do for promotion.
Assholes.
So I Am Legend versus Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
Are you sure, man?
Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
But
Indiana Jones
Will Smith
and
is
The
Legend.
Last
Is Legend.
Crusade.
Zombies.
No, they're not zombies. And they fucked up the ending.
Zombies.
The only thing I will give that I Am Legend is that Mike Patton from Faith No More voiced the weird zombie characters. He made all the noises that they made.
That's a sad credit. I'm the guy that made zombie noises. Versus Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
Junior. Fucking love Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Is that the second one?
Yes.
Versus the Simpsons movie,
Lord
the
of
first
the
ones.
fucking Rings. The Simpsons movie. I'm over the Simpsons. I've been over it for a while. I never got. Well, you had
Never had them.
You were
Never had
raised.
Fox,
you were
man.
raised in hell. So
I just didn't get Fox on my antenna on my black and white TV.
yeah,
I could sometimes get it. Like I remember trying to watch like the Married with Children.
It's so fucked up to try to tell people like
It's
I
just
had a
like-
black and white TV, and they're like, yeah, but you
I got 2 channels.
you were raised in the 80s, and you're like, yeah. But we were poor.
Yeah, didn't have much. I used to go into the desert and play with a stick.
You had a desert?
That's all I had. Grass was
Wha-
very rare.
Where I was from,
You had grass everywhere.
we had grass and trees and
Yeah.
shit.
We had a patch of trees. We had tamarisk trees. Anyway, I don't even remember what we went with. What was the last one? What was the last one we just did? Did it flip on us?
No,
Okay. I just don't remember what
we
it was.
voted. It was
I know.
the Two Towers versus
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that sucked.
So next we're going Simpsons movie. That's where we got there.
OG
Simpsons.
Superman.
Superman with
original.
Christopher Reeves
Yes.
versus Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl.
I believe that's the first one, right?
Sure. I think so. 2003. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Let's go with that. I mean, it doesn't matter which Pirates of the Caribbean it was.
Superman.
Yeah, Superman's gonna win.
Gene Hack, just for Gene. Christopher Reeves is a more likable
Christopher
Superman.
Reeves is great
than,
Superman. Yeah. I don't like he could act. This other guy doesn't act. That's a cool Back to the Future poster.
Yeah.
Back to the Future 3 versus Armageddon.
Don't wanna close my eyes, but I'm not gonna vote for
Another
you
Ben
because
Affleck
you're not that
vehicle.
good.
Directed by Michael Bay.
And Back to
I
the
think
Future
it's Michael Bay,
3
right?
is probably the worst of the trilogy.
It's I don't like calling it the worst. It's my least favorite, maybe, but I really enjoy it though.
Love it.
It's barely.
I just rewatched it again.
They're all depending
on
mood, they could all be my favorite of the series.
I
They could all
actually
be
think
the
when we
favorite.
rewatched it, or when I rewatched it recently,
Yeah,
I probably
really like it.
laughed more during 3.
yeah, because there's a lot of. I mean, they
And I
stopped.
kind of skipped that one a lot.
Really, I love 3, man.
No,
I
I'm
loved
just
all
saying,
of them,
like,
but I skipped
whenever
2 a
they
lot.
were on,
Right.
2 is my favorite.
2, I only skipped because it was depressing.
They're all depressing. If you
No,
really think
that
about
one's
it.
really depressing. Like
They're
when he goes to like the
Incestual,
alternate.
depressing.
That's not a depressing. That's creepy. And when I'm a child,
Why
I don't
would-
know it.
why.
But
Why
for
would you
sure,
be like,
going
we gotta go to the future to save your kids?
some
How
asshole.
about you just tell me how fucked up my kids? Tell me the shit I fucked up,
2
bro.
is depressing because in that reality, an asshole becomes rich and controls everything.
Well, that's an alternate reality, which they stop, and
It was the reality that they
And
were
it
living
is
in
based
until he
on
stopped.
Trump.
And that's why it's not.
And
It's
it's
still not
terrifying.
good because
Yeah.
I'm not. I'd
All right.
rather live in Back to the Future times where it was like super light
Back to the
westerny.
Future 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Armageddon's a good movie, though.
It was good when I was a kid. I have no desire to ever watch fucking Armageddon.
Is What Woman Want the one where he can hear their thoughts?
Yeah.
All right.
versus the Amazing Spider-Man?
That's the
reboot,
the
first
original
reboot.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, first
Uh,
reboot.
yeah.
Which wasn't horrible.
No,
But you know, there.
and I don't
This
like
is a tough one.
rom-coms.
This is a really tough one. I remember watching that. That was back when I
It
was
was
renting
funny.
movies
Yeah.
and
It was.
it was
It was funny. Him
it
in the
was a
elevator.
rom-com.
I
I mean,
remember
it's
him in
hella
the
hot.
elevator with a bunch of chicks.
Yeah.
and just hearing all their
Yeah.
thoughts. Like, I
but-
don't. That's more memorable than any scene in this
There's
movie.
a skateboard scene in that Amazing Spider-Man where he like skateboards with his web and shit.
That would be cool, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
And I do remember this from 1998 or 2000. Sorry, I can't want it.
No.
This was right
First
in
off,
the middle.
No, 1998
This
is
was
there.
right in the middle of. I just never mind.
Uh,
What woman want? I guess.
This is just disappointingly hard. Like I don't give a fuck about either of these,
No, who does?
and I don't want either one of these anywhere near.
I don't think
a
they're
list.
knocking off anything.
I don't either, but just the fact they're coming up disappoints me. And the fact that we're going for this Mel Gibson movie over fucking Lethal Weapon when that was up. That's disappointing too.
That is disappointing.
Fucking disappointing.
But if Lethal Weapon was up against Spider-Man,
Well,
Lethal
yeah.
Weapon would have fucking won.
Lethal Weapon should win against most movies, but I guess I go with What Women Want. Let's give them something, right? Let's give them What Women Want. Mel
Hey,
Gibson.
just for Helen Hunt.
yeah,
Let's give it to Helen Hunt.
sure. Twister. Respect Twister. I watched Twister when I was driving out here. It was like I need to download something.
You shouldn't
to
watch shit while you're driving.
Yeah, well, I made it. Babe. I don't know if I've ever. Oh, well.
never mind.
Psych. The Italian Job, the
The-
original. Never
haven't seen
it. Versus Enemy of the State,
Have seen it.
which I actually enjoy that one a lot. So Enemy of the State versus Troy. I did not like Troy
I like
At
Troy, but
all.
I like that type of.
at all. There
Again,
was
I like the
nothing good about it.
mythology.
It was so nothing about it. They just tried to be 300
It's-
with Brad Pitt, and it wasn't
this was
anything
before 300.
But it wasn't. That's fine. 300 did this like 300 times better.
I agree.
The only entertainment part. The only entertaining
this was
part,
trying to be Gladiator.
yeah, which did a horrible job. Gladiator is a far better film than Troy. The
Yes.
only part in Troy that I remember at all is a moment when Brad Pitt jumps up really high and they do a slow motion like stabbing thing scene.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing from that movie I remember. And I've watched Enemy of the State a shitload of times.
Yeah, it's not that great. And Enemy of the State, Gene Hackman again wins.
Yeah. One of the few Will Smith before Will Smith became big head Will Smith and like just started ruining movies. Oh, I'm in a movie, so it's
But
gonna
like
be
me and
great.
my son got to be in this movie, and it's got to be about space and aliens because I'm a Scientologist.
Enemy of the State. All right, Contact versus American Psycho.
I like Contact where people don't.
I like it,
but
but
Psycho.
American Psycho's
Yeah.
I like a lot more.
Yeah.
I like
that
Contact.
poster.
Yeah, it's cool. It's the first time I've seen it. Scary Movie,
The original.
the OG, versus Sleeping with the Enemy. Wait, Scary Movie, that's the spoof one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Scream.
Yeah.
Sleeping with the Enemy.
I really like Scary Movie.
It's
As
fun.
far as
fun,
spoof
but
movies,
spoof movies.
I don't like any of the other Scary Movies. That one I like.
No, I think they got better at like 3.
No. Because then they just stopped doing. They were just like, oh, the Hulk's here and like neon. It was just dog shit. It was horrible. It had nothing to do with anything. Or at least this was making fun of the Scream movies.
Yeah.
It was actually parodying
Still,
what it's supposed
Sleeping
to
with
parody.
the Enemy. It's
Crazy. I haven't watched it since
I haven't watched it in a long,
mid
long
90s,
time.
so I don't know how it holds up. I'm sure it's great. Julie Roberts back when she was acting in Good Things.
Richard Gere, I believe.
Man, these
was,
are weird fucking choices.
I'm almost positive it was Richard Gere.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was one of those spousal abuse movies where she's got to get away, like Enough.
You know what?
J-Lo.
You've convinced me on that. Like that, I really don't remember enough of it that I got to
Yeah.
go with Scary Movie. We've
Yeah.
seen them both, but
Yeah.
Scary Movie.
Yeah. All right, Scary
I
Movie.
remember Sleeping with the Enemy was a good movie though.
Yeah,
But I
still
can't
know.
fucking-
I liked a lot.
I can't
of that
remember
bad
enough
shit
of it.
back then.
Oh shit!
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas versus The Hangover.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is not one of my favorite movies of all time. However, I would gladly go with that over Hangover, mainly because they were super unoriginal with the sequels. So fuck the first one. So how
While
about
The
that?
Hangover is a
It's
awesome
a
movie.
great comedy,
Shout out
but
to
not
Brian
the
Callen.
best comedy. Yeah,
But
I like Brian
Fear-
Callen in Entourage, the TV show, better.
did a lot of drugs when I was younger, and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was a fun ride
why I
of
never
shit
gave
that
a
I've
shit.
experienced. Probably
It was never for me.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't
get that.
I've been
Like,
in reality.
I've been there, and it's fucking insane.
I create imaginary things. I don't live in them. But yeah, but I enjoy it.
It's not imaginary when you see it for real.
Sure.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Fear and Loathing.
Del Toro.
Yeah, it's great act. Great, everything's great. V
How?
for
What
Vendetta
the
versus
fuck?
Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State back again.
I mean, I would rather watch Enemy of the State because I have tried to rewatch V for Vendetta.
So long and boring.
And Enemy of the State action picks up right because it's just a straight up
I
action
liked
movie.
V when I first saw it.
I did
But it's
too.
kind of one of those one and dones. It's
So
like
slow, starting out. Takes forever for. There's like very little action. It's just slow, so slow. It's
Fucking-
disappointing.
yeah.
Wachowskis,
Enemy
The
of the
Matrix.
State. Gene Hackman.
I know. The
We're getting hacked
director
on
of
this.
this
We're-
is dead now, but
Pussy.
is the brother of the guy that did Gladiator, or he did Gladiator. I don't know. Both great directors though. Jerry Maguire versus Role Models. Which one's Role Models?
Oh,
I think I've seen that.
Role Models.
I've had it
is
on. It's not
Stifler
good. Yeah.
and Paul Rudd,
Yeah.
where they get
He's
busted. They're
he's
like a Red
Walper.
Bull.
What are they called?
They're like a Red Bull promo team, and they get fucking busted, fucking up something, and then have to like do a Big Brother system.
LARPers. Aren't they LARPers? Isn't one of the characters a LARPer?
Yeah, McLovin
Yeah.
is his little brother, and then this tiny black kid who was in a bunch of shit for a while was Stifler's.
For sure, I've seen it.
Fucking hilarious. Jane Lynch is in it.
Yeah, but you had me at hello.
Show me the money. Yeah, role models for me. I would rather watch this.
I did not like role models at all.
Over.
I didn't like it at all.
That was fucking hilarious.
Nobody was good in that.
Everyone
I didn't think it was funny at all. I thought it was
You
bad.
could eat a bag of dicks.
I thought it was like similar to that fucking the one where it's got like Chris Rock and Adam Sandler and Grown Ups. It was about as dog shit as that movie.
No, way better.
But Jerry Maguire is a fucking classic.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
which is better than Role Models.
Nope.
Yeah.
I would. Do you want to watch Jerry Maguire again?
I'd rather, if I had to choose between those two,
I'd rather
watch Jerry
fucking
Maguire.
Funny. I love this movie. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Fuck Jerry Maguire.
You can, but I still would vote for him.
Go to Rotten Tomatoes.
You.
Like I've got. You'll probably win, but I ain't fucking betting on that one.
Jerry Maguire. Oh shit! Come on, fucking. All right, Jerry Maguire.
It's probably like 90s or something. I mean, in the 90s of 85.
85. Not amazing, but
respectable. I think it's 2 words.
Oops. Role Models. Oops.
78.
Yeah, 78. What was it? 80 something?
85.
85. Boom. Fuck you, Role Models. All right. Unbreakable versus Panic Room.
Unbreakable.
Shit. Panic Room's a good movie, man.
I saw it in
all
the
in
theater.
One. So did I. It's a great fucking suspense. All takes place in one place.
Unbreakable is still better.
Yeah, they're both mediocre. I'll go with Unbreakable. All right. Next up, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers again versus Hot Fuzz.
Lord of the Rings.
Hot Fuzz.
Lord of the Rings. 10,000 times. That's the best of the fucking trilogy.
I don't care. I like Hot Fuzz better than every single Lord of the Rings movie.
Well, you're wrong.
And I've watched Hot Fuzz.
Wrong.
I've watched Hot Fuzz more amount of times than it would take me to get through the fucking Lord of the Rings movie one more time.
Good, but you're wrong, and that's okay.
No, I'm not wrong.
You're totally wrong.
There's no wrong and right.
There's
and the Lord of the Rings.
In most of these movie arguments, I would say you're right.
Just because it's a well-made movie, the best of a trilogy, doesn't mean it's a trilogy that I give a fuck about.
Well, then you
versus a movie that I give a fuck about.
You should go to hell, and you should die.
No, I shouldn't. Well, I mean, I probably will if according to the Christians out there.
You go to hell and you die.
Yeah. I've already lived in hell. It's called Palm Springs. And
you have to say California because there's a famous Palm Springs in Florida.
Every single person that talks about Palm Springs that's worth a shit. If I was all methed out, then yeah, Florida. Palm Springs is like Hollywood 2. It's where everybody in Hollywood would go live. There's all the streets are named after all the old Hollywood people.
Regardless,
and it's dog
Lord of the
shit.
Rings, The Two Towers wins.
No way.
It
and
wins.
It's gonna get better. Fucking.
It is.
It's so stupid.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It's a
Let's
fucking
see
great
what it's
movie.
Gonna be. That's fine. Just because it's a great movie
he
doesn't
fucking
mean
slides down that stairs and shoots like goddamn 20 orcs in the face.
out of these two
Suck
movies,
a dick.
out of these
this
two
dude's
movies,
in a
I'd rather
town
have
with like
Hot
weird
Fuzz.
people.
I will never do
I
a
love
Photoshop
Simon
of.
Pegg.
I will never do an album artwork Photoshop of this movie because I don't give a fuck about it.
Because I hate.
Well, that's fine, but it's still like it's whatever. It's fucking Lord of the Rings. The books were better, asshole.
I want to be Elijah Wood.
Ugh. You want to be an effeminate little boy
in
That's
the
amazing.
Photoshop.
I can just make you an effeminate little boy if you want.
You've made me a girl a million times.
I've
It's
been
not
a
like-
girl a bunch of times
I know.
too, whiny bastard.
I'm
All
not whining about it. I'm
yeah,
just
you
saying.
are. You whine about it every time. If you have one criticism ever about the things like, I'm a girl. Yeah. You also get knocked the fuck out a bunch of times too.
Yeah, I do.
Because I don't give a fuck. We were doing Lord of the Rings. Let's see what this dog shit movie.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Listen, they don't need my help. Everybody fucking comes all over the Lord of the Rings.
The Two Towers.
There's a reason why people went and saw The Hobbit, because they were so fucking so tapped up on the Lord of the Rings
I love the
bullshit.
Lord of the Rings that much that I hate The Hobbit because it's not a good fucking movie.
Fucking has to have a fucking long ass goddamn bullshit name. All right, Two Towers. 96. People at Rotten Tomatoes love Hot Fuzz, bro.
Look at the fan. It's 95. So that's not just the critics.
That's fine. It did really well. But out of those two movies, I like Hot Fuzz way more. I enjoy watching
I'm glad
Hot Fuzz.
that you argued your side.
Yeah,
That's what this is about. But you're wrong, and that's fine.
It's not. No.
91, you were close.
That's really way closer.
That was way fucking further than. Wow. Hey, congrats,
Lord
Hot
of the
Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is still a good movie. I'm not saying that, but Lord of the Rings.
No, it's a better movie than Lord of the Rings.
I'll shank you.
Yeah. It deserves to be higher on our list than Lord of the Rings does.
No.
Robin Williams,
Haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it.
it. Weapons of Self-Destruction versus, which is that his comedy special?
Yeah. One of them.
American Beauty versus Dances with Wolves.
Ooh, this is interesting. Both fucking great movies in their own respect.
I like both of these movies.
Seriously well acted, well shot, well thought out.
Probably one of the last Kevin Costner movies.
I
that was
believe
worth
both
a
of
shit.
these won Oscars.
I think Best Picture for American Beauty for sure.
And I
I'm
believe
sure some
Dances with
actors-
Wolves won Best
Yep.
Picture.
Yep.
So Best Picture versus...
That's fine. Both. I don't give a shit about Best Picture.
What do
That
I...
doesn't sway my opinion at all. What fucking old white people from Hollywood think is a good movie. It's just a tough decision. I mean, you have like period piece, really well done,
Tatanka.
versus modern day family, community, drama, great
Kevin
acting.
Spacey's so good in that movie.
There's a plastic bag that makes an appearance. I don't know if
A
you've
lot.
heard about that
Yes,
cameo.
It's the most beautiful thing in the world.
Related to the feather from Forrest
It's
Gump.
the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Just makes me cry sometimes.
Wow. This is a what day is it type of...
I'm like leaning towards American Beauty.
And I'm kind of leaning
Mostly
towards
because
Dances
I've
with
seen
Wolves.
it more recently. I haven't revisited Dance with Wolves in a long time. Whereas American Beauty, I've probably watched it. I mean, I've watched both of them a bunch of times, but I've probably seen American Beauty more recently. And if was grabbing for one to throw on, actually, just because I haven't seen it in a long time, I'd probably go Dance with Wolves.
Such a good cast in
American Beauty.
Yeah.
I gotta go American Beauty. The score is really amazing too. I like the score. Yeah.
You know what? If you gave me the option of having to watch two of these movies right now, I don't want to read a movie, so I'm gonna go American Beauty. But
yeah,
mad respect to Dances with
Dances with
Wolves.
Wolves, great one. They both beat a lot.
Tatanka.
All right, American Beauty, another movie from 1999. Independence Day versus Tomorrow Never Dies, the Pierce Brosnan 007 movie.
I believe that was his first 007 appearance.
I thought Golden Eye
it?
was the first one.
Was it Golden
I
Eye?
think so. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I believe you're right because
But
that's the first
he did
game.
three of
that's
them.
the game that came.
He did 3 of them. I think, and the last one was the Holly Berry one, where he like drives a BMW on an iceberg.
I've seen all of them, and they're not
good.
memorable in Independence Day
Independence
ones.
Day, yeah, that's good.
And
let's
two
do-
more?
let's do 2 more. All right. Da-da-da-da. Little Children,
Nope.
which I don't think I've seen, versus A Bug's Life.
Which I know I've seen once, but I'm...
A Bug's Life. So A Bug's Life between the life and times of
Can
Judge
we get
Roy
I haven't
Bean.
seen either on this because
Okay.
I can't say I've seen A Bug's
Really?
Life well enough.
Fucking big fat Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of sounding thing gets wings at the very end. Look at me, I'm flying. Look at me.
Yeah, got nothing on that.
That's a good one. All right, so Star Wars, the original versus the Aristocats.
I've seen the Aristocats.
I have not seen the Aristocats.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've seen the Aristocrats.
Yeah,
which is
the
not good.
documentary.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
The telling
About
of that
the
joke.
Aristocrats joke. Yeah, I was like,
I thought it was
don't really
fun.
give a shit. The Return of the Living Dead. I don't know if I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that.
You haven't seen The Return of the Living Dead?
I don't think so.
I couldn't tell you which one it was, but I know I've seen all of those.
Didn't see the Get Smart
No,
remake.
I did not see the Get Smart remake.
We're
failing
Star
on
Wars
this.
versus Scream 2.
Yes, and
Star Wars
fucking wins.
That's an easy one. All right, the last one.
I love that poster. I wish
Yeah,
we
that
could
was
go
good.
back. And
Print it out, high quality. All
Yeah.
right, so the last one,
wow,
The Terminal versus American Beauty.
another interesting.
I mean, not even close.
The Terminal
was
wasn't
like
that great.
whatever,
But it was fun. It was
Castaway
fun.
in an airport.
Tom Hanks is fucking great.
Yeah, it's Castaway in an airport.
but let's,
I'd rather watch Castaway because that's what that movie's based on. Basically, it's Castaway
with
in
an
airport.
accent and in
Doesn't
an airport.
matter. It's a dude left alone by himself
when
in
he
a
did
thing.
That mosaic thing, that was pretty cool.
It was stupid, and I think that's a fucking Spielberg movie too. No, it's
Jesus
Zemeckis.
Christ,
Is it
hateful
Zemeckis?
son of a bitch.
It's not. It's like the most generic whatever movie. Like the one that he's
It was
in with
fun.
the plane.
How is
It's-
that not fun?
The one with the plane that he's coming out looks way better than
no,
this.
I think
this
that
is a
looks
nothing
like
movie.
garbage.
This is a great movie
I
that if
think
you
that-
have nowhere to go
I think
and
that
it's on somewhere.
when we saw that preview, I was like, I thought it was two garbage Tom Hanks movies. Another fucking what's its face fucking Da Vinci Code,
yeah, that was stupid.
and
I mean,
then
all this
and then
stupid
Sully
stuff.
Sullenberger. Like I thought they, I mean, I'm sure he's gonna be great in it, but it looks
It looks like a fucking award grab movie, but that is going to
American
be
Beauty.
a better movie than
Yeah.
Terminal.
I still say American Beauty. But
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Terminal is not good.
It's not
like
bad.
there's so many movies that I'd rather. There's like thousands of movies that I'd put above.
I don't think
Terminal.
any of our top 20s changed on that one.
All right.
That's it for this episode of the Ultimate Movie Championship. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork over at inspireddisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Follow Keith Spurlock at Keith Spurlock1. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out!